Hey lovely ones. So this is the Galactic Mayan Astrology report for the centre of the process, the Blue Monkey Wavespell, that begins on the 5th of March 2019. So a few days ago I published a video that was all about the mechanics of the Mayan calendar. So if you are following these Wavespell reports, or if you've stumbled across them but you don't really have any understanding or exposure to the astrology system and how it works, have a little look at that video and it'll give you a foundational understanding. So yeah, we are in the center of the process. We are in our heart. We are in the heart of the process, and that's really what blue monkey energy is all about. So the blue monkey is the divine child. It is the playfulness and the purity that comes from the human being that is unconditioned. And when we beam into this reality, we are coming straight from spirit, and we're pure. We're in that space of purity and connection to spirit, and this energy that is the pure connection to spirit is essentially just channeling pure universal life force energy. And then as we grow in these human being bodies, because of the contracts that we've made to learn and what we've kind of come in to want to develop, we then go through a process of conditioning, which means that we close off from that ability to channel. We close off from that divine child within us. We close off from that part of us that is able to be playful and in the moment. And, when we witness children, the other side of me is all about, facilitating children's play, and play being what children do when they're not told what to do. A lot of the time, with the way that we've kind of constructed this reality, anything playful and children's activities that we consider as play are kind of seen as fruitless and frivolous, and it's like, oh yeah, it's what kids do, what's the point? But in reality, as I say, if we take the definition of play to mean something that somebody is doing when they're not told what to be doing, it opens it up to a whole new realm of possibility, doesn't it? And that's the invitation, really, the first point to review and consider how much of your life is spent in this playful mode, how much of your life is spent doing what you want to do in comparison to what you feel like you should do and what you're told to do. So that's the first thing, really, during this Wavespell process to consider, and then drop into a space of, okay, so what is it that I want to do? And examine all of the beliefs that are holding you back from being able to step into what it is that you want. So you'll find that over the course of this Wavespell process, over 13 days from the 5th of March, you're going to be revealed, your truth and your essence is going to be revealed to you through what sets your heart on fire. It's no coincidence that I personally am going over to the States. I'm speaking at a conference about children's play and democratic education, and then I'm going to visit 2 incredible schools. And this is the thing that totally sets my heart on fire. And like I say, it's no coincidence that this is happening in the time of the Blue Monkey Wavespell. And it's going to be the same for you. So even if you haven't got to a place where you feel like you're aware of what it is that makes you feel alive, it's going to come in over this Wavespell. You're going to be able to taste it. And it might only be like a momentary taste before everything gets triggered within you and everything comes up, or it gets closed down or whatever. Because then what you get to see, what gets revealed, is what's in the way of it. So when it comes to this idea of, heart-based relating, and something that I've really been working with on a deep level over the past year, for me personally, is like deconditioning myself from a lot of the notions of the New Age spirituality, because it was introduced to me at a time, very early in my life, as I was still developing, on a very physical level as a, teenager. And it's something that's something that I've really come to realize that's been very damaging for me, is reading about people's experiences of their spiritual journey has in a lot of ways created these concepts that I understand on a mental level but have not had the direct experience of. So therefore it's created this like fractured idea around what I should be as a spiritual person, because not everybody has the same experience of spirituality. You know, we all have these different tools and skills and experiences that are very unique to us. But by all of these people, you know, sharing their accounts of what it is to have a Kundalini awakening and all of these different things, what that then does is it says that, okay, if you're not doing that, then there's something wrong. So for me, as I say, you know, I'm really unpicking a lot of these ideas at the moment. And I don't remember what the thread was about that linked in. But clearly it was just, it needed to be said. And as a result of that, you know, I'm kind of becoming more and more like grounded into what it is that makes me feel alive. And that's the thing that's really revealing, you know, what my personal spirituality is. It's about following my joy, you know. So it seems like I'm kind of being taken into the system more. Whereas at one point in my life, again, because of what I thought to be spiritual, I felt like, you know, to disregard all of that world and being, you know, this beautiful river, you know, of traveling experience was what was going to give me the most joy and keep me the most connected. But actually what I'm seeing is the thing that's really connecting me is just following what makes me really, really happy. And that's something that's, you know, in a lot of ways takes me into this conventional world. So when it comes to, you know, examining yourself within this process of blue monkey and within your heart, try not to disregard things that don't seem too spiritual. You know, that try not to come at it from a space of, well, that thing makes me happy, but it's really bad, you know, or that thing makes me happy and it's something that I don't feel is in alignment. So for instance, there's somebody that I'm connected to that fell in love with somebody who was a farmer, and they and some of their very close friends were vegans. So there was this huge conflict about, well, I can't do that because I've got all of these ideas and beliefs around what's wrong. So it's really important for us to let go of these ideas and these beliefs and these fixations so that we can really come into, okay, so what makes me happy? And it's coming from the space of the child within us. You know, what is it that makes your child happy? What is it that fills you with that wonder and that excitement and that like, oh, that is what is ripe for you. That is what is, it's like that magnetic pull is the spiritual force of the universe, is, you know, that like, oh my gosh, this feels amazing, is the thing to follow, you know, as opposed to the logical, well, I need to do this, blah, 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 and all of these mind concepts. So it's really a beautiful Wavespell for creativity and, you know, allowing yourself the space to play. If there's something that you want to do, but you're not sure if you're any good at it, give it a go this Wavespell. And just be really on the lookout for what your heart really sings for, what really makes your heart expand, and create space for it over the course of this Wavespell. And also witness, you know, what else is there, what blocks you from doing it. So for instance, you know, I love singing. I absolutely love singing, and there's something that happens, you know, when I sing, but I can't sing in front of people. And I even just talking about this makes me go like, oh, I can't believe I'm saying this to the whole of the YouTube world. Because I'm creating some kind of, you know, doorway then for me to begin to step through. But I've got so many beliefs that I'm working on around why I can't do that. And you know, I've found the story within my personal history, you know, that is the real blockage with it. And again, I'm like working with that and transforming everything that hooks in around that. So how can I personally create the space to be able to sing this Wavespell? You know, maybe every day I'm going to sing something. I'm going to walk through the woods and I'm going to sing to the trees, you know, and then slowly from there I can see, oh, what comes up. Someone walks around the corner, oh, I feel triggered. What is the trigger? How can I release the trigger, you know? But unless we step into these spaces of doing what it is that we want and allowing whatever it is that's in the way to be triggered, if we don't step into that space, if we don't give ourselves the opportunity to feel that and to allow it to come up and allow it to be triggered, we don't have access to it. So with this example of the singing, I could very easily just spend my life not singing, which is what I've been doing. You know, I've been aware that this is something for me to work through for a long time, but I've just not been singing. I've chose not to do it. So obviously that means that stepping forward into it, you know, and trying to transform and evolve through these blockages is almost impossible because I've not put myself in a situation where it can be triggered. So if there are things that you love, that you really want to do, that really like set you on fire, but you're so scared and you know that you've got all these blocks around it and do it. And do it without the expectation that it's all going to be amazing from the word go. Do it with the intention that, okay, anything that comes up, it's amazing, because then I get the opportunity to clear it. And then I get closer into that space where, for example, with me, I'm able to sing freely and not worry about it, you know, and not be afraid of it and not hide it. So there's a real big, you know, we are in the center of the process. We're in the center of our hearts at the moment, you know, as this Wavespell begins and as we move through it. So we are, you know, slap bang in the middle of our stuff. So just really be mindful of that. If things feel pretty intense and overwhelming, it's because we're in the core of the process, and that's totally cool. You know, it's totally cool and it's totally okay. And then next Wavespell, we're moving into another superpower, you know, on the way out of the heart. So just let yourself have some space to do whatever it is that you dream of. I mentioned it last time, and I'm going to keep mentioning it at the end of the videos. So I've got a 13-year moon process package. That came out a bit weird. So we are coming to the end of this incredible 13-year cycle within Red Moon, and I've been gifted all of this juicy material with some extra videos and different activities and ceremonies and shadow busting techniques to support you in wrapping up this 13-year process. So it's £15. If you would like to order it, I'll just send it through email. It's super duper easy, and then you've got it forever. And you know, you can be working with all of this stuff until the 24th of July 2019 before we then shift in. So it's, you know, we've got this beautiful window of opportunity to be really clearing this stuff now after this 13-year of purification process that we've been going through. We're coming to the end of that now. So I hope that you have a wonderful Blue Monkey process, and you know, you really give yourself permission to step out of your comfort zone and into what your child within wants to do, and to really take that opportunity to be playful, and playful being doing the things that you want to do that you've not been told to do. So I'm sending you loads of love, and I'll see you on the other side.